Aries, welcome to your reading for the 6th to the 12th of April 2020. I've already shuffled your cards and put them out this time. Did put them out and then I had an interruption, so I've restarted the video. So this will not resonate with everybody, but I hope that you can take something from it, and I hope you're all keeping safe and sane in these times. So the overall energy for your reading for this week, Aries, is the wisdom of experience, the Six of Wands. So this is a victory card. This is really pulling on everything you know and everything that you have experienced over time. And, you know, birthday time. So, yes, happy birthday, Aries. And, yeah, that's that new cycle, new start for everybody, but especially for the Aries. So that's bringing through that first of the zodiac energy with you, and what's crossing you is the Emperor, and so this is you. This is your energy. This is all about you, and it says masculine influence and power. So yeah, this is the power of who you are. This is you, and so we know that we're on the right track with this reading. So bringing through your energy, which is lovely. Okay, so we're going to look at your mindset for this week. And you're really wanting to go within and just have some time out. Have some time for you to collect your thoughts, to collect yourself. You're perhaps looking for some answers, some introspection. And yeah, so there's also Virgo energy. But in your mind, your mindset is that you are wanting to find that quiet time for yourself. Basis of the reading is the test of courage. So we've got the Five of Wands. So yeah, so there's been a bit of conflict around, and these are trying times. Wondering what the heck sometimes, but this is that testing of your courage. This is that really, if you can see it as a blessing or an opportunity that for you to sort of, make a stand, stand your ground. Really just sort of step up and not let this phase you at this time. So there is that courage element, and in the past taking a stand. Yes, so this is really where you've been heading for. So there's already been a lot of soul searching, a lot of working out, where you stand, where others stand, and how you are feeling about it. So you're definitely on the right track there, Aries. And the immediate future is cash flow. So this is about juggling things, making sure that there's money for everything. You've got enough to go around, and maybe at this time, depending on your situation, you may be having to look at where you're going to allocate your resources. Where are they best served? Where's the best place to put them? And can bring through that creativity. And this is you. Status surge, the Ace of Swords or the One of Swords. So this, yes, all about you. One is you, and this is that being able to communicate with others and really sort of get your point across. Very, there'll be no confusion as to what you're saying and what you're wanting to achieve. You're at that point where you are ready to just cut out things that aren't relevant, that are really just weighing you down and getting in your way. You're not afraid to speak up. And this is how you fit into your environment, and you have the Sun. So awards, camaraderie, and affection. So you really are, as you've been sort of putting yourself out there and really bringing through the strength that you have, then people are starting to realise that, you have... There is something about you. There is that they can rely on. They can trust. So you got camaraderie there. So there is that trust. There is that affection. So you're definitely in a good space as far as your environment goes, and how you fit within it. Now these are your hopes and fears. So there is this caring for yourself. The Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands can be about being trapped, but not feeling like you've been able to do what you need to do. And you're hoping that this won't be the case or won't continue on, and that you'll find the opportunity to start to look after you. So it really is, number one, it's the beginning of the zodiac cycle. Aries, and Aries is the first, and it is really a huge focus on you, because once again, for your outcome, it is that recovery and retreat. So the Four of Swords is about taking time out and about just having a rest. Just stop doing stuff. And it can be that you just need to put your foot down, take a stand, and be courageous enough to say, hey, I need this. You're just going to have to, hold off. And what's happening? We're just going to pull and clarify cards, for a card for each one that's on the table already. This may give more insight or confirm what the cards are telling us. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups, so this is about rising above all the emotional stuff and really starting to see what you have, the blessings that you have in your life. Taking an elevated view of everything. So you're above the emotions. This is Nine of Cups is about happiness, wish fulfillment, and you got the cornucopia there, which is the wealth, is about wealth, and the purity here. So your intuition is high. You're able to really see what is in front of you and how well that's doing for you. And here we have the Tower card, which is a great card. Love this card. Now this is showing that as part of that, being able to see things differently, is to be able to break it down. And with the Tower, this is about breaking it down so you can rebuild it, and you can get if you're up in the tower, then it's really hard to see what's going on down in ground level. So this is that ability to come down to ground level with whatever's happening around you, and to be able to use that as part of your understanding of what you need to go in what direction and how it's going to look. And here we have the Four of Wands. Now this is something that this is your mindset. So you may have felt like you've been trying to make this happen, this happy families and that, and with the back turned. If it was that way, then that is really embracing it and really sort of celebrating that family. But this to me is saying that you're willing to turn your back on that at the moment, and just do whatever you need to do to help you along. So even though there is still that element of happy families, it is sort of like, where do you fit in amongst that, and how is that serving you? And the basis of it is, we have the Empress here. And this is, once again, the Empress back is turned. So, the Empress is about abundance and about harvest and about, bringing through the good feelings and nurturing and all that sort of thing. So, yes, are you looking to sort of turn your back and focus outwards now? This would seem to say that for you, Aries. And you have spirit guidance from Spirit, which is the bird there flying above. And, that is about leaving stuff behind. If you see this pool of water here and this, the skull, so there's it's sort of stuff that's long gone, so it really is sort of just letting all that go and finding that new focus for yourself. And here we have, in the past, we have the Five of Wands. And, to the point where it really did become explosive, and you really did need to figure this out, and because this was quite toxic, was quite explosive, was not serving anybody, and it was at that point where things needed to change. That's gone behind you. In the immediate future, we have the Six of Cups. So this is looking back into the past and seeing just what has gone, before you. This is a reflection card. This is about, good feelings from the past. So this is that, and just trying to see where things have grown, how things have manifested, you know, what has brought you to this moment, you know. So really sort of looking within in a deep level, Aries, and seeing, you know, just, you know, how did I get to this point? What are the things I can look back on and congratulate myself for, or honour what was offered and has come through my life journey so far? And because this was you, the Ace of Swords, this is you as well as really letting go of what's gone behind you, because you can sit there under the tree and be sort of going, oh, this has happened and that's happened and that hurt and this hurt and, you know, this has taken place and this wasn't fair. But this card definitely, you know, it is inviting you to sort of look at the part that you play in that. And, you know, do you need to do that? Is that serving you? And would you, you know, be better off if you let go of that and started to look at the opportunities that are coming up rather than the opportunities that may have been lost in the past? And you had the Sun card here and how you fit into that situation. So here we have the Three of Wands. So yes, the Sun card, how you fit. Because this is the new beginning, Aries. This is that new step forward for you. This is that really, you know, taking off on your own adventure. You know, really manifesting. You know, you're armoured up. You've got the passion there. You've got your staff there, you know, or your wand. And you really are just setting out on that journey, on that adventure. So, yeah, confirming the new beginnings for you. So your hopes and fears. So here we have the Queen of Pentacles, and once again the Queen of Pentacles has her back turned. So, you know, I guess there is that, once again to me that's looking out and seeing and just taking some time out to reflect on what you've given and what you've maybe received back, and, you know, what part you've played in that, and, you know, what is there any changes that need to happen. So, you know, your hope would be that you would be able to see things clearly, because you're not sort of, you know, your whole focus isn't taken up in what's in front of you. Your focus has become more about, you know, looking sort of inwards, looking at what the answers are as far as what's been given. And here we have the King of Swords. So yes, some very strong energy here for you. This is your outcome. And, you know, your outcome was rest and retreat. And, you know, and as you rest and you recharge, then you come out with that strength, that knowing that, you know, the King of Swords is really about knowing who they are, where, you know, what you want to say, valuing your part that you play in this, you know, in your life, and how, you know, how sort of magnificent you are, and how, you know, creative you are, and, you know, the ideas and things like that, and yeah, so really focusing on the strength that you have and able to make things happen. I'm going to collect these up and get some oracle cards out. So very, very positive, Aries, very positive. Very about you, but in a very calm and collected way, in a very focused, and it's not about, oh, what other people have done. It's about, you know, really what you're needing, you know. You know, and that's beautiful, because you will, you know, you will really be able to draw out of yourself, you know, that those dreams, those hopes, those wants, and but doing it on a very centered and manageable way, which is beautiful. Okay. Second card, Spirit Animal. Last card, the Ascended Masters. Okay, inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Yeah, how synchronistic is that? So that's just confirming what we've been talking about, and that is it's about you going within and finding your own magic, finding your space, finding, you know, that purpose, that direction, everything about you, you know. It's like this treasure box just waiting for you to delve into and just see the wonders that come out from there. Spirit animal that's going to be with you is the scarab beetle spirit. Magic works through you. So the scarab beetle spirit is going to remind you that, you know, how beautiful you are and how many faceted you are, and, you know, how magical and just, you know, the scarab beetles were known to be, you know, they would be around the treasures. So that's really synchronistic to have that treasure box here for you to uncover, and to have the scarab beetle, because they know how to uncover treasure. If there's a scarab beetle, then there's treasure. So that's beautiful. And the last card is right. So, you know, when we have strong emotions, or when we have information coming through from a deep place, then, you know, quite often people will find it beneficial to write it down. And you don't have to show it to anybody, and you can burn it once you've done it. But if you take the time to just, you know, like if you find that you are having these, you know, breakthroughs and things like that, jot them down. You know, and then you can reflect upon them later, or you can just, you know, say, right, I've written it, I don't need to go back there. But it really is just getting it out there into your aura, into your energy, into your space, because once it's released, once it's out there, then it can be worked with, and that's the beauty of it. So yes, you're going to have a fabulous week this week, Aries, and a lot of soul searching, but finding a lot of treasure. So yeah, happy times and happy days. So yeah, keep safe, and we'll talk to you next time. Okay, bye.